My name is Marcus Chen. I am 52 years old, and I teach art history at Cambridge University. 3 years ago, my wife Elizabeth died after a long battle with cancer. The day I buried her, I buried my heart with her. Or so I thought. I live in a Victorian house on the outskirts of Cambridge, a place that once echoed with Elizabeth's laughter and now only echoes with silence. The walls are covered with paintings, Monet reproductions, original watercolors from local artists, sketches from my travels to Florence and Paris. Each piece used to tell a story of our adventures together. Now they feel like tombstones, marking memories of a life that no longer exists. My days follow a predictable pattern. Morning lecture at 9, office hours until noon. Lunch alone in my office, usually a sandwich from the campus café. Afternoon research in the library, home by 6. Dinner for 1, often just reheated soup. Grading papers until my eyes hurt. Bed by 10. Repeat. My colleagues respect me but keep their distance. They invite me to faculty gatherings out of obligation, and I decline out of habit. My students fear my red pen and my reputation for harsh grading. I wear the same rotation of gray and navy suits, the ones Elizabeth helped me choose years ago. They still smell faintly of her perfume. Or perhaps that's just my imagination playing cruel tricks. Everything changed on a rainy Tuesday in October. I had driven to Brighton for a conference on Renaissance art that ended early. With 3 hours to kill before my train, I ducked into a small café near the seafront to escape the downpour. The place was cramped and steamy, windows fogged with condensation, the air thick with the smell of coffee and damp wool. That's when I saw her. She was behind the counter, trapped in an awful situation with an aggressive customer. The man, red-faced and reeking of alcohol even at 2 in the afternoon, was screaming about his coffee being cold. He slammed his fist on the counter, making the tip jar jump.
This coffee is bloody cold. What kind of establishment is this?
I'm so sorry, sir. Let me make you a fresh one right away.
Sorry doesn't fix anything, you stupid girl.
Then, in a moment of pure cruelty, he grabbed the coins from his change and threw them at her face.
There's your bloody tip.
He stormed out, leaving Sofia standing there frozen. She didn't cry. She just stood there for a moment, brown eyes wide with shock before slowly bending to pick up the scattered coins. Her name tag read Sofia, in cheerful yellow letters that seemed to mock the scene. Her hands shook as she collected the money, and I noticed her uniform. Clean, but worn thin at the elbows, the logo fading from too many washes. I watched her count the till, saw her shoulders slump when she came up short. 10 pounds. She looked around nervously, then reached into her own pocket, pulling out a crumpled 10-pound note, probably her bus fare home, and slipped it into the register. Something inside me, something I thought had died with Elizabeth, stirred to life. I approached the counter quietly. "Excuse me." Sofia looked up, startled. I pulled out my wallet. "That customer who just left, he dropped this." I handed her a 20-pound note. She looked at me confused. We both knew it was a lie. The man hadn't dropped anything except his human decency.
I can't.
"Please. It's his money, not mine. Perhaps you could put it in your tip jar since he forgot to leave anything." Her eyes filled with tears. For a moment I thought she might refuse, but then she took the note with trembling fingers.
Thank you. You don't know what this means.
But I thought I did. I recognized desperation when I saw it. I ordered a coffee and found myself lingering. When the cafe quieted, she brought me a second cup without my asking.
You didn't have to do that. The money, I mean.
You didn't have to cover the shortage from your own pocket. She smiled then, a real smile that reached her eyes.
You saw that?
I see more than my students think I do. That made her laugh, a sound like wind chimes.
You're a teacher?
Professor, art history, thoroughly boring, according to most.
I don't think you're boring.
She blushed as if she'd said too much. I learned her story in pieces over the weeks that followed. Sophia Winters, 28 years old, originally from Manchester. Her parents had died in a car accident when she was 21, leaving her to raise her teenage brother Danny alone. She worked 2 jobs, the café during the day, cleaning offices at night, while studying nursing through an online program.
I want to be a pediatric nurse. I want to help sick children, but sometimes it feels impossible, like I'm running on a treadmill that's going too fast.
We began meeting regularly. First, just coffee during her breaks, then lunch on her days off. She'd bring sandwiches she made herself.
Sorry, they're nothing fancy. Just cheese and tomato.
They're perfect. Everything tastes better when shared with good company. I helped her with her anatomy homework, spreading textbooks across my dining room table, the room suddenly alive with purpose again.
God, how does anyone remember all these bones? The hand alone has 27 exclamation marks.
Think of them as a work of art, each bone perfectly designed like brush strokes in a masterpiece.
You make everything sound beautiful, even metacarpals.
She made me laugh with her impressions of difficult customers.
And then she said, in a posh voice, "This latte has too much milk." I wanted to tell her that's literally what a latte is.
One evening, studying a Rembrandt reproduction in my study, she asked a question that changed everything.
Why does he look so sad?
Most scholars believe it reflects his financial troubles and personal losses.
No. I mean, why does he look sad to you? Forget what the books say.
I stared at the painting, really looked at it for the first time in years. Because he's alone. He's surrounded by all this beauty he's created, but he's alone. She took my hand then, her fingers warm and calloused from work.
You're not alone anymore.
The first kiss happened outside the National Gallery in London. I had taken her to see the Turner collection, watching her face light up at rain, steam, and speed. We stood on the steps afterward, the city lights reflecting in her eyes like stars.
Marcus, I know this is complicated. I know I'm not the kind of woman a professor should.
I silenced her with a kiss. It was gentle, hesitant at first, both of us aware of the people around us. The age difference that seemed to announce itself like a neon sign. But then she kissed me back, and the world disappeared. The judgment came swiftly and without mercy.
Colleague, Professor Harrison. Marcus, really? A waitress? At your age? It's a midlife crisis, old boy.
It's my life, Harrison. My son James was furious when I told him.
Dad, she's closer to my age than yours. It's embarrassing. What will people think?
I stopped caring what people think the day I met her.
This is insane. She's obviously after your money, your pension, the house.
She refuses every gift I try to give her. She insists on paying her own way.
Then she's playing a longer game. Dad, please, think about what Mom would say.
Your mother would want me to be happy. Sophia faced her own battles. Her friend Lisa was particularly harsh.
Sophia, he'll be in a nursing home when you're 50. Is that what you want?
What I want is someone who sees me as more than just a poor girl trying to survive.
But the age difference
Means nothing when we're together. He makes me feel alive, Lisa. Really alive.
The worst came at a faculty dinner. Professor Harrison, drunk on wine and his own self-importance, cornered Sophia.
So, my dear, what's it like being a kept woman? Must be nice to trade up from serving coffee to serving other needs.
Sophia held her head high, but I saw the tears she blinked back.
I'm nobody's kept woman. I pay my own bills.
Of course you do, dear. Of course you do.
Later that night, Sofia broke down.
Maybe they're right, Marcus. Maybe this is too hard.
Nothing worth having is easy.
But your reputation, your career,
Mean nothing without you. The crisis came when Sofia's ex-boyfriend Tom appeared. He called her one night and I heard her gasp from the other room.
Hello, Sophie. Miss me?
Tom, how did you get this number?
I have my ways. Listen, I have those photos. Remember the ones? From Ibiza.
Tom, please.
Come back to me, or I'll post them online. I'll send them to your brother's school, to your nursing program. Everyone will know what kind of girl you really are.
Sofia was devastated. She tried to handle it alone, but I found her crying in my kitchen one night.
I was so young and stupid. I trusted him. And now he's going to ruin everything.
We'll handle this together.
You don't understand. If Danny sees those photos, if my nursing school...
Sofia, look at me. We will handle this together. We went to the police together. The officer was sympathetic.
This is revenge porn, miss. It's illegal. We can file charges.
I was just joking around. No harm meant.
Delete the photos. All of them. Now. Or face prosecution.
Tom backed down like the coward he was, but the damage was done.
Maybe they're all right. Maybe this is too complicated. You deserve someone from your world, someone who fits.
You fit. You fit perfectly in the only way that matters. You fit with me. We decided to leave Cambridge. On my last day, my department head seemed relieved.
Early retirement, Marcus? Rather sudden, isn't it?
It's time for a new chapter.
Yes, well, we wish you happiness.
In Edinburgh, everything changed. Sofia flourished. On her graduation day, she found me in the crowd.
I did it, Marcus. I actually did it.
I never doubted you for a moment. When I proposed, it was simple in our new gallery after closing. Sofia Winters, you saved my life. Will you marry me?
Marcus Chen, you saved mine first? Yes. 1,000 times yes.
At our small wedding, Danny gave a speech that made everyone cry.
Danny. When Sofia first introduced me to Marcus, I thought, here we go, some old guy trying to be my dad. But Marcus never tried to be my dad. He became my friend. He helped with my uni applications, taught me about art, and most importantly, he made my sister smile again. Real smiles. The kind I hadn't seen since our parents died.
James, who finally came around, pulled me aside at the reception.
Dad, I was wrong. She loves you. Really loves you. I can see it.
Thank you, son. That means everything. On our wedding night, as we danced in our living room, Sofia whispered something I'll never forget.
You know what I love most about us?
What's that?
We're proof that love doesn't follow rules. It just happens, against all odds, and makes everything else irrelevant.
Now, 2 years later, when people stare or whisper, Sofia has a standard response.
Is that your father?
No, that's my husband. The love of my life.
Every morning, she brings me terrible coffee before her hospital shift.
Your morning brew, Professor?
It's absolutely dreadful, as always.
But you'll drink every drop?
Every single drop.
Because you love me?
Because I love you more than life itself. And that's our story. Age is just a number. Love is everything else.